Hello guys, and welcome back to the another class of our course about Python. So we saw a lot of things in our course, and since right now we are talking about functions, I think it is very important about function to be written the statement, and for me this is something that is very important. So what exactly return statement and how exactly works in function? Well, it's very simple. The return statement is simply statement that is used to end the execution of certain function. So what does this mean? This means when you run the return statement, everything that is after it will not be taken into consideration and will not be printed in our function. So let's say, for example, you want to end up a certain function at a certain place. You simply enter your return function, it will end up at this particular place. This works for string, this works for number, this works for boolean, and it works for absolute everything. Let me show you a quick example. So let's say write down simple function. In this case, it will be calculation function. Let's say we have our calculation and we have our elements that will be A, B, C. Great. So next thing that we want to do, we will write down our calculations. So we want to print some outcome. In this case, we will have A plus B plus C. We want to print A minus B minus C. So we copy this line and paste it and change to the sign A minus B minus C and print A multiplied by B and B divided by C. Good. So right now our app is considered of 3 lines of code. So if we want to run calculation, let's name our variable 1, 2, 3 and let's run our app. As you can see here, answer will be 6 minus 4 and 0.6666. Alright, so let's say for example we don't need those 2 lines of code. Well, we don't need last line of code. We just need first 2 lines. So what we will do this? It's very simple. We will go at same line and simply write down our return statement right here. You can see we have our 3rd line of code, but everything will stop here. So we can run our app. So as you can see here, this will be our answer. If you add, for example, a string, let's say print, this is a calculation. So we add a string, as you can see right here, and run the app. It's going to still work. But if we add a string after the return statement, so in this case, write down print, let's say something, and we run our app. As you can see here, it still returns us only first part of our statement. So the return statement, as I explained, is very useful. In this case, you want to, for example, stop a function at certain place. So if, for example, you need only a certain part of a certain function at a certain place, well, you can stop your function at certain place. For example, it's long calculation that has many steps. So let's say for example you want to stop your calculation at second step. Well, we can just put your return statement at the end of the second step and that's it. It will not run what's coming after. So in this case, here we have our 2 steps. So first step will be print a plus b plus c, and second step will be this is a calculation. Third step will be the a minus b minus c, and this is where we stop our calculation. So everything after return statement will be disappear. It will not be used in our function. As you can see, it's something that is very useful, and in this case you want to, for example, cut your function at certain places. There are other things, other utilities, but once again this is the main one and this is the most important one. So that's it for this class, guys. See you in next class.